What's good? How y'all doing this evening? Welcome back to the Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. It's your boy Dunn, and I'm here with my co-host King. What's good, man?
What's good, homie? Guess what? The
What is
Falcons lost, and we're going to get Michael Parsons. Let's go.
up, man? I'm not a fan of tanking at all. I don't like to lose. Anybody played sports before and you had a competitive bone in your body, you don't go out there and try to lose games.
I don't think they went out there and tried to lose, but I'm
I
glad they
know.
lost.
Not Matt Ryan.
It was Matt Ryan. Well, it was Matt Ryan's fault we lost. It was Matt Ryan's fault we lost. He allowed the Buccaneers to score 44 points.
He needs to work harder on defense, man. I don't know what's up that dude.
I don't know, man.
No, he need to find a way to get some interceptions and some sacks.
He need to work on
and
his
some
pass rush
tackles,
skills.
you know.
Man. He need to work on his pass rush moves. That's what he need to work on. Anyway, man.
Stop trying to throw the ball, you know.
Yeah. Hey, if y'all new to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button. Share this content out of Atlanta Sports Fanatics. Hit us up in the conversation as always. Come holler at Hometown Sports Podcast. We got special guest on with us. GSHM on. JD Alsobrook was good.
Doing good. Sadly, I didn't get to catch the whole game. Just knocked out from work. But I did see the highlights. Matt Ryan was putting on a clinic. That was fun to watch. And I don't know if y'all, I know we're going to get into it, but the play where it was supposed to be, I think it was a fair catch, and he got called for roughing the catcher or whatever, or whoever fair catched it when they kicked it off. I forgot who that was.
That was Brian Hill.
Boy, I love that hit. That was my favorite hit of the whole game.
Yeah. He didn't get called for. He didn't call fair catch. It was the type of hit it was.
Oh, they say like was it at his helmet or something like that, right at the head or something like that?
Yeah,
it looked like it was coming to me. I was just like, love that.
Yeah, but he didn't call fair catch. So and Brian Hill also got pushed in the back. But
love
look like our running back tackle better than our linebacker sometimes.
True that. He looked like, I'm like, I think you're on the wrong side, dude. You need to might need to switch sides. You hit a little bit harder. You and when what was his name? Not Matt Bryant. Dang, I'm mad I forgot our kicker already because he's gone and I'm just in coup mode.
You talking about Bryant?
Yeah, when he used to be here, just throwing his body around, hitting returners, trying to return his balls back. Man, I miss him. But yeah, doing good. Ready to get the show started.
All right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go to the notes. Georgia Swarm, they signed the reigning NLL MVP Shane Jackson to a 2-year contract deal. Good for him. I'm just ready to see the Swarm back in action this spring. Talk about college football. UGA almost lost the game. UGA lost the game. The UGA won the game 24-21, and they almost lost against Cincinnati. So
should have lost.
Yeah, they should have.
Should have lost, especially on that last drive. Me and you talked about it, Don. That last drive where the quarterback was rolling out, they could have killed some more time on the clock, and he had the tight end open underneath when he trying to go deep. So Georgia got lucky, but I still think that this Georgia team should have did a lot better this year. I know a lot of people claim me to be a Georgia hater, but I'm just stating the facts. Georgia was supposed to be a way better team this year.
You're right. You ain't hating at all because I went to that game thinking they was going to not dominate per se, but they looked like the better team coming in. And I'm just like, you played down to your opponent. I thought you'd be a little bit better than this.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. All right. So Atlanta United signed Eric Lopez. We'll talk about that when we get to Atlanta United talk, because the show is talking about The 5 stripes hasn't stopped this offseason. We made some blockbuster moves. Let's go ahead and talk about the Falcons. What's going on with the Falcons, Aaron?
All right, so the Falcons lost today. Yay, let's get Michael Parsons, yo. I'm on the Michael Parsons train, so if you follow me on Twitter, you already know I'm on the Michael Parsons train. Matt Ryan, 29 of 44, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brian Hill. Let me give y'all this stat that I saw. Brian Hill, 65-yard run was the longest run since Tevin Coleman was a Falcon. Tevin Coleman. That's over 2 seasons. So if that don't tell y'all we need more running backs or we need something back there to get this ball rolling and get a running game. Yeah, I know Dirk Cutter don't like to call run plays. I understand that. But we can't keep giving him all the blame when we ain't got no legit backs in the backfield. Ain't no scary backs back there. Brian Hill ended the game with 9 carries, 91 yards. Todd Gurley, same amount of carries. He only got 18 yards. I don't want to see Todd Gurley here next year. I'm going to be honest, y'all. I don't. I just don't think he's the old Todd Gurley. I don't think any of that has to do with Dirk Cutter. What's your take on that, Don?
Dirk Cutter? Who wants him here?
I'm talking about Todd, the running game.
Like, I feel like, man, I feel like it's predicated on the play calling, man, for the most part. But I do get what you're saying. We do need some fresh legs back there. We do need our explosive running back. Like I said, man, it all depends on who we hire as OC. We don't know yet. Tomorrow's Black Monday, so we'll see what's going on, man. Like, at this point, we don't know nothing's for sure with the Falcons right now, especially with the running game.
I say it's half-half probably.
When you look at the receiver, you said what, JD? Go ahead.
I said, to me, it's kind of half-half. Like, yes, Dirk Cutter is bad, but no, like you said, you can't blame Dirk Cutter for Ty Gurley all the time because Ty Gurley does not have that speed like he used to. He does not have that burst like he used to. But yet, in this game, sometimes you get to see him where we throw the ball to him, which I think he does a lot better at. Him trying to work up speed from the back line, it ain't working. But if you put him out in space and just toss the ball to him, I think that helps him out a lot. But Dirk Cutter isn't making plays for that because Dirk Cutter just likes running up the middle a lot of times. So Ty Gurley's going to fail. If he does come back, I would take him on like a super, super cheap deal for just goal line stuff. But other than that, like you said, I don't care if he comes back or not. Love him though, but
the crazy part about it is we got him on a super cheap deal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part about it.
Los Angeles is paying him more though. That's the thing, man.
Are they still paying him?
They had to pay him some this year. Yeah. That's why we
still paying him.
him.
What's up, Waller?
That's why we signed him to a good deal. Sorry, y'all, my head's killing me right now. But looking at the defense, man, defense giving up 44 points. 44 points. But everybody want to blame Matt Ryan. Everybody want to blame the quarterback. Well, you're not going to win any games, ladies and gentlemen, if you're giving up 44 points. Let's put things in perspective. This defense gave up 409 points this season. Now, you divide that by 16. That's 26 points a game. How are you going to win games like that?
Especially when your offense can't put up the points. Now, if this was the offense of Kyle Shanahan, maybe we would have an argument, but it's not that offense. So this offense was not putting up a lot of points. You have your commentators telling everybody that the offense looks good and the offense, it has the weapons, man. We all know that as Falcons fans, they have the weapons and they should be that good. But this offense has had times where they sputtered and they didn't put up points when they need to. So what about you, JD? What'd you think?
Man, you made me miss Kyle Shanahan. Just oh my gosh.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna bring. Go ahead, JD.
I was about to say you are absolutely right because during that year when Kyle Shanahan was here, the Super Bowl year specifically, the offense put up so many points that it helped out the defense. The defense, all they had to do was worry about basically the pass because the other team was trying to catch up to all the points we put up. Can't do that no more. So if you aren't putting up those numbers, your defense has more work to do. And I think that's what tricked us. Well, not us. That's what tricked the team coming into the next year following when Kyle Shanahan left. They thought, oh, the defense plays so well. No, Your
No,
offense
defense
played
never
well.
played well.
They thought they was like,
We walked to the Super Bowl with a 27 ranked defense. Right now, everybody seeing me looking down. I'm messaging the chief editor for GSHM, Devontae, back and forth. He want me to bring something up about, and I just did. I told him 409 points, but people got to understand why are we giving up these many points? Why do our offense have to play catch up? Like we always, it's like the narrative here in Atlanta is, okay, well, we know our defense sucks, but Matt Ryan still got to outperform the defense. But you see Deshaun Watson just lost a game. Oh, well, he needs defense. Like, I just don't get it. Like, y'all, the same argument that people want to crucify Matt Ryan is the same argument they glorify a guy like Deshaun Watson or Lamar Jackson or somebody like that.
but it's different because you're dealing with a Matt Ryan bias already. I don't know why there is one, but he always had one here in Atlanta. Just no matter what he does, even though he's the best quarterback that they've had, it does not matter. It does not matter. That man could, unless he wins a Super Bowl, people will still say everything's his fault. Whether
Look,
they,
man, let's look outside. Let's look outside football. Look at what this man has done over this past offseason. Like when Black Lives Matter and all this stuff happened in the city, like riots and stuff. This man, he didn't have to give anything if we keep it at 100. Man gave almost $500,000.
yeah,
To local communities here in Atlanta. But folks still up here trash this man. I just don't get it.
but not even that. You gotta remember, it's not that the fact that he gave the money. He said, I'm not going to do anything. I'm giving the money to the people who are in charge of that because they'll know what to do with it more. People don't realize how much that speaks volumes versus just like, oh, look at me gaining all this money. He said, no, I'm going to give it to the right people and they're going to use it the right way. They didn't care about that. Like, I'm just like Lloyd Pierce for the Hawks did the exact same thing, y'all. But y'all give him all the praise, but won't give Matt Ryan any praise because people just don't like him for some reason. I really do not understand it.
When it comes to stuff outside of football, you know that the average fan don't care. They really don't care about what people do outside of football. They only care about what happens on the field, wins and losses. And when it seems that Matt Ryan always loses games because of this defense, all they see is the loss. So it's automatically Matt Ryan's fault.
Absolutely.
So that's always what it boils down to. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. The man has just been great since he stepped foot into the Atlanta Falcons uniform and on the field. But the last few years, he hasn't been great, but he has been better than at least 15 plus other quarterbacks. So would you rather have them over Matt Ryan? Let's be honest.
News broke. Have you done with all the stats for the game?
Oh, real quick, run through that. Russell Gage, 9 receptions, 91 yards. Calvin Ridley, 8 receptions, 52 yards, who dropped a pass that led to a first down, but that was Matt Ryan's fault. Hayden Hurst, 4 receptions, 28 yards. Total yards, Tampa Bay, 485. That's horrible for the defense. Atlanta, 385. Rushing yards, Tampa Bay only had 94. Atlanta had 127. Once again, we won time of possession, 33 minutes, 12 seconds, and we still lost the game. Tampa Bay only had 26 minutes and 48 seconds with the ball.
Every time they got the ball,
once again, I don't know how
the field scored.
Exactly. Quickly. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. When you say you win time of possession, you most likely win the game. Then you look at teams like the Falcons, who have won time of possession in most games that they've played in this year. It's just like, dang, man, y'all still losing games.
All right.
They
so
can move the ball down the field, but they can't score. That's the whole thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's like red zone. We forgot how to play, but we can move the ball because Matt Ryan got an arm and Russell Gage want to show out. That's great, but right when you get into scoring zone, can't just forget how to play completely. Or Dirk Cutter draws up a weird play that doesn't make any bit of sense.
All right. So news broke out this morning. Falconholic, they said is rumored that the Falcons have been looking at coaching candidates and some GMs. That they already interviewed Anthony Robinson and Rick Smith already. All right, another name that came up is Morocco. I forgot his last name from Indianapolis, and George Payton from Minnesota. I've did a video on George Payton already. It's up on this channel. So if you want to know more about George Payton, the assistant general manager for the Minnesota Vikings, go check that out. I feel like he'd be a good GM if we hire him or Rick Smith. I don't know that much about Morocco, but I will do my research and I'll figure that out. And I may end up doing a video sometime this week. Head coaching, two names were mentioned for interview. Robert Saleh, the defensive coordinator for San Francisco. He will be interviewing tomorrow for the Falcons head coaching job via Zoom. So he doesn't have to leave San Francisco. So he can just do it for the confines of his own home. And Brandon Staley, the defense coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. I did videos on both of these guys. I said that both of these guys are good picks. If you want to hire them as head coaches. I did Brandon Staley a long time ago. I just did Robert Saleh just this morning. Brandon Staley is more of a young prodigy, defensive-minded head coach. He took over for Wade Phillips when Wade Phillips left the Rams and made it way better than what it was. The Rams defense was always good under Wade Phillips. Make no mistake about it. But when he came in and pretty much challenged that core, challenged that side of the ball, it speaks volumes. And I feel like he should be interviewed for this job as well, for any job in the NFL if he don't get here in Atlanta. Robert Saleh, I had my doubts on him as well last season because I know everybody last season wanted him to be the head coach, and I'm like, well, he got a lot of talent on that side of the ball. You got former first round picks, and you got Pro Bowlers, All Pro. But this year you look at that team now; they had a lot of injuries. They playing third or fourth string players, and they still got a top 10 defense. So I think Saleh has pretty much earned the respect. He earned my respect, and he earned other teams' respect to get a head coach candidate. And I'm not gonna say anybody's name because this did piss me off about what somebody said about Robert Saleh. They said, well, we don't want him because he's Muslim. I'm like, what that's got to do with football? Can we please keep religion out of this? Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, who cares? Like, y'all say y'all want a black coach, and that's nothing. Y'all say y'all want a black coach. He's black. What's the problem? Do y'all still y'all that high strong on Eric Bieniemy that y'all just gonna sit here and just clown another person because it ain't your pick. Y'all can't just put y'all eggs in one basket, you guys. Y'all got to be more like vast. Have different opinions of different coaches. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't think Eric Bieniemy is coming here to Atlanta. I just don't see it. All right, and let's talk about Robert Saleh some more. If we hire Rick Smith as our GM, I feel like he's going to hire Robert Saleh as the head coach because they have ties back in those Houston days, and we could possibly bring in Wade Phillips as a DC, and he will bring that Kyle Shanahan offense that all y'all love because y'all still, we need Kyle Shanahan back. We need Kyle. Okay, well, you hire him, he'll bring somebody from the Kyle Shanahan coaching offensive department out there in San Francisco and see if we can replicate anything from what we had before. So that's pretty much my spiel. I'm not trying to create this as Don's favorite coaches kind of report, but I just want to just throw that out there. So I'll probably do a video sometime this week on Black Monday, see what's going on in the league.
So let me ask you this, Don, real quick. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
So they hire the GM you want, the head coaches you want, the defensive coordinator you want, offensive coordinator, and they go out there and they draft a quarterback first round. How you feel?
Man, you gotta put me on the spot like that, man. I just don't think
it can happen.
That's a good question.
If you hire, I'm telling you, if we hire Rick Smith as a GM, we're not drafting the quarterback. Just look at.
I asked you, Don.
I know, but you gotta look at. I know. I get what you're saying. Say if they choose a GM that I want. The GM makes he presses the button for the pick.
Yeah.
Right? He makes that call. But if you look at Rick Smith, when he got there in Houston in 2006, who did he draft? Mario Williams. He could have drafted Rich Young. He could have drafted Matt Leinart. He could have drafted Reggie Bush, but he drafted Mario Williams. All right. And the next year, he drafted defensive tackle in 2007. 2008, he drafted Dwayne Brown. All right, the tackle. And then he didn't draft a quarterback early until 2012. He drafted T.J. Yates in like the 4th round. And then in 2014, he had another first overall pick. He could have drafted a quarterback that year. He drafted doggone Jadeveon Clowney. He drafted first round. He drafted quarterback in the first round in 2017. His last year there, and that was Deshaun Watson.
But what if he does?
Man, I'm just know, man, I'm gonna be pissed. I just don't think Rick Smith is gonna. He's a smart man. I don't think he'll make a decision like that, man. He gonna look at, because you gotta think about it. Matt Ryan is owed a lot of money. Then if you drafting a quarterback 4th overall, he's gonna be making a lot of money. So you're gonna have a lot of money tied into one position. That doesn't make any sense. Like the quarterback position is gonna equate to like 1/4 to 1/5 of the money. That's a lot.
Yeah.
In one position. And
we're gonna switch Matt Ryan to defense anyway. It's not gonna matter.
You about to go play free safety.
Exactly. Like he'll be fine.
What's good, Andre? We haven't heard anything on Rex Ryan yet, man. So please tell dumb fans tanking for a draft pick would not solve problems, and the QB not going to fix defense. You're right, it's not. I was laughing when Tennessee won. By the way, I was laughing because everybody wanted that third overall pick. I'm like, at this point, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no pick. Even look, I don't care if we pick a quarterback, Micah Parsons, or whoever we pick. That one player is not going to change the fortune of this team. What's going to change the fortune of this team is the coaching staff and the GM.
Absolutely.
If we bring in the right GM and draft well and make the acquisitions we need in the free agency, and then you bring in a coaching staff that's going to coach these players up to win games, then that's what's going to change our fortune. Not Justin Fields, not doggone Zach Wilson, not P.C. Will, not Micah Parsons, not Russo, not none of these guys. Like would they be serviceable to the team? Yes, they will. But once again, we say players can't escape bad coaching. So
I think that's the biggest point you made. I think people don't realize that. Like, so everybody's so focused on the draft pick. Nobody, not one person you bring in, is going to magically make this team a Super Bowl team. You got to get a good coach. Like, that's the main thing, is to get a good coach. And I meant to ask you, speaking on coaches, is it strange that they're looking at coaches or talking to coaches before getting a GM, like officially having a GM?
I think they already know who the GM gonna be.
Okay.
I do too.
Yes, they did say that they gonna, because if you look at the people they said they bringing in, they already got ties to some of these people. Like Rick Smith already got a tie to Sally.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Staley. Like, he had, like, remember, people forgot that Les Snead used to work here for the Falcons. So we have ties to him as well.
I just thought it was weird they interviewed Raheem Morris for the job. I'm just like, y'all don't even announced a GM yet, and you're just gonna give him an interview. It feels like a courtesy interview versus we really, really thinking about you, when they don't have a GM in place.
Man, look, man,
I believe that was a courtesy interview.
It was a courtesy interview. Like, it was just like, look, man, it's just like, you got your Valentine's Day, you used to give out them cards and stuff to everybody. Like, you gave the first card to like somebody that you really just don't like, but you just want, look, here you go. Like, man, dang, man, here you go, get out my face.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it was, man.
That's what it felt like. I was like, this does not feel real. It feels so fake. Like, I would not feel confident if I was him, but maybe he gave a good pitch. I don't know.
And you 4-7, and now you're what, 1-4 in the division. Like, no, man, no. Like,
wait. I understand he's 4-7, but he is working with an Atlanta Falcons team that is not good. So let's not just blame it all on him, because he is working with a team that is not good at this current state.
There are some games that we could have won, though, man.
The
Yeah,
question is,
you're
if
right.
they improve.
He could have been like, but 5-6, or like, well, yeah, 5-6. I don't think he'll have a winning record, but still, 5-6 should have been. And some of those games, you got to look, man. I don't care, man. You should at least won one of those Saints games.
Of course, I agree with you. You should have won one of the Saints games, and you should have won one of the Tampa Bay games.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he didn't. But a lot of that predicated on the team that he was given. You coming as an interim coach, your team's already bad, because that's why you're an interim coach, because the coach got fired. So
the thing is, he's still tied to the old regime. Look, man. When you, I don't know. You've been in the dorm before, right? Everybody done lived in the dorm. When you new in that dorm, what you do? You get some bleach, you clean everything out of there. You bleach everything now. You don't know who slept in that bed or how many people slept in that bed. All right. And you just bleach everything down and throw some holy water down there and just like try to get everything out. And that's what we need, man. Just get all that get that all out of Fire Branch. Just start anew.
I agree. You need
I agree with that. 100%.
So, all right. What the Hawks do, man?
Oh, the Hawks, bro. Let's talk about the Hawks. They lost last night, but that was a back-to-back off of a hard-fought playoff team. Like, the Brooklyn Nets are a playoff team regardless. So they fought hard on Friday night. They came out with the win. So since they came out with the win Friday night, going into Cleveland, they was up 15 at one point. Y'all, they was up 15. I understand, man. You can't blow leads, but legs get tired in the fourth quarter. Legs get tired, man. Just like every other sport, you get tired and you lose by 5 points. Trae Young only had 16. That should tell you right there. Trae Young had 16. DeAndre Hunter had 17, and he dunked on Andre Drummond. If you missed it, sorry, go watch the highlights. He dunked on Andre Drummond. Bogdan, he only had 11 points, and he didn't get hot until the second quarter. And I wouldn't even say hot. He only made 2 threes in not the second quarter, the fourth quarter. So it was just a bad night. I think everybody was tired, to be honest. But the good thing is Hawks are still 5th in the East at this current state at 4-2. So that's my spill on the Hawks. They playing well, man. I like to see. I like where they're going. I love the ball movement. Actually, Bogey's first shot came off great ball movement. It was like 5 or 6 passes in that one play. If you saw it again, then you know it was like 5 or 6 passes in that one play. Clint Capella, 16 boards, 16 points. If he can do that consistently, doubles back to back in games like he was doing in Houston, this is going to be a problem team. But he need to make free throws. He was 0 for 5 from the free throw line. Guess what? We lost by 5 points. So that right there, boom. You got to make your free throws. Free throws are important. 3-point percentage for the team, 11 of 32. That's not good. It's not good at all. With a 3-point percentage that low. And if I'm not mistaken, man, they made at least 6 or 7 of those in the first half. So that goes to show you how the shooting went down. As you see, we only scored 91 points. We was number 1 before the game in scoring points. So it was just a bad night for the Hawks. What about you? What you think, Don?
I didn't get to see the game last night. I was just busy, just spending time with my kids. I did hear that we were playing good in the first half and in the second half. I heard that we took both Hunter and Reddish out, and you saw our defense start getting bad. I feel like those two guys should not be in a package deal to get on the court and get off the court at the same time. I feel like Hunter, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of stats, he should start more. He should get to start more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. I was all of Cam Reddish at the beginning of the year, but the way DeAndre Hunter has played in these last few games has shown me. I still think Cam Reddish has better defense. I'm not gonna knock y'all there. I'm not gonna take that back. Cam Reddish still plays better defense, but Cam Reddish not scoring points like DeAndre Hunter is. Cam Reddish was 0 for 2 last night. You told him taking 2 shots, so that's not good, honestly. But I do agree with you that DeAndre Hunter or Cam Reddish should be on the court at the same time. In the lineup, I think he was talking about, it was you had Fernando at the center, and you had somebody else, Kevin Huerter, the Goodwin at point guard. It was just not a good lineup. And a lot of turnovers in the game. We had a lot of turnovers in that game. 16 total. Mind you, we didn't get our first turnover until the second quarter.
Yeah.
So that shows you right there that in the second half, we just said, oh, whatever. We up 15. We just going, yeah, it was just, we up 15. They're going to give up. And then the Cavs came to play. Colin Sexton came to play. He had 12 in the fourth, finished with 27. So the Cavs came to play in the second half, and the Hawks kind of wanted to coast and get ready for this break of today to jump into the Knicks tomorrow. The Knicks been playing good defense, I can tell y'all that. So don't be shocked if we don't score 100. Let's be honest, because the Knicks been playing good defense.
Yeah. Ultra Shadow, please say psych. Please say psych. He said a report just came out. The Falcons are planning to interview Airbnb tomorrow.
Let's see. Let's look it up.
Bro, I promise you, all the doggone Jergens in Atlanta, Georgia, is gonna be gone off the shelves.
I hope not. See, I don't mind. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind EB. I understand he ain't got no real play calling experience, but I feel like it's all a crapshoot at the end of the day. We don't know who's gonna be good, who's gonna be bad. So I just hope whoever we get,
I would like to bring Brian Dable. If we bring Brian Dable and then we bring Ken Dorsey with us, man, I'm telling you, Matt Ryan gonna have another MVP season.
Ian Rappaport announced it. Eric Bieniemy is interviewing.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
I wouldn't mind him either. I'm not saying Matt Ryan can't play it. Let's say he played the same, or he called the same plays that we see that the Chiefs are running. I like Matt Ryan. I don't think he is that type of player to run that system. Now, if they do something random, even though I don't think they'll get a quarterback, but if they do something random and get a quarterback that is that type of system, I could believe they would hire Bieniemy, but I doubt it's gonna happen. Honestly, I really doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like you look at the state of the team, and in which we studied for a while now. Airbnb will be a good coach. I feel like he will. But what we're trying to do here in Atlanta, I just don't think so with him. You want an offensive minded coach, cool. Look at Brian Dable. Look at Arthur Smith. Look at who's another guy? I'd say Mike McDaniel out there in San Francisco. Like, look for guys like that.
Yeah. Jumping over here in the chat, Don, Trey had a big turnover and technical down the stretch. You're right. Trey did have a big turnover and a technical foul that he missed down the stretch. And John Collins missed a dunk. It was an easy dunk, too. He missed it, and that would have helped us out, help get the game closer. He missed it. John Collins and Clint Capella in the last 2 games have missed easy shots.
I understand, man. We're still working on the chemistry of the team. You got a young core, and you brought in some vets and some highly skilled players. So it's gonna take time. And I told people this: give it till the middle and end of this month. We're gonna be playing better Hawks basketball.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, this game wasn't a bad game. I was just jumping on John Collins because when you join the dunk contest, I don't think you should miss 2-handed dunks and you barely jumped off the ground. You trying to flush it in, and we losing. Like, just put it in the hoop. Go down the court, brother. Don't be trying to be fancy.
I think it's just being lazy. I think they all were just being lazy. I think they were tired because the first game against Brooklyn, they didn't lose by much. And then, so they played hard. Second game, they came to play even harder. So this is the first back-to-back. And Clint Capella was I think he had ankle soreness or something like that. So he was questionable at first. I don't think he was 100%. If he played at his best, I think they win the game. Like you said, DeAndre Hunter, I love Cam. Like, I really love Cam. But Hunter came in. This dude, he came in with a mission. Dude wants to be that guy, and he is being more aggressive than Cam Reddish right now. I don't know what got into him. I don't know who he practiced with in the offseason, but dude, he coming in with a mission. Like, I really like him right now.
Yeah, and to piggyback off what Andre said, Trae Young only went to the line 4 times. He only went to the line 4 times. So when you look at the last previous game, when it was all either 9+ times he went to the free throw line, him going to the line only 4 times really messed up his game. And I told y'all on King's Round, if y'all been watching, like this where scoring points means something, because he only had 16, and a lot of his points have been coming from the free throw line. So when you're not scoring actual buckets, understanding free throws matter, but when you're not scoring actual buckets, you have games like this where you look at the stat sheet, like Trae Young only 16 points when he just came off a game where he had 30 something. So he got to find a way to score more points outside of free throws, in my opinion.
I agree, because he's been making a lot of free throw points recently when his shot wasn't on. But I don't know what he's going to do if your shot's not on, but also you're not getting fouls like you want to. You need to step up, start hitting twos, man. Your floaters are what made you, like that thing when your first year came in and you got that floater going. That was killing a lot of people. But for some reason, he'll stop doing that and try to get a foul instead. Like, what
his
happened?
Floater ain't been falling this year. It's been hit or miss, and it's sad to say that his floater has been hit and miss this whole year. Sometimes you see it go up and you be like, oh, that's money, and it bong off the front of the rim.
Yeah,
or it hit the side.
Yeah.
So
shout out to the chat, y'all. Y'all been really engaged tonight, man. We looking at y'all comments, man. If y'all got any questions, just please, ask. Because look, we have an agenda to talk about. But guess what? We always veer off from it. If y'all got a question that y'all want to ask, and we'll answer it. So appreciate the love, you guys. All right. Let's go ahead and get to Atlanta United, man. Now we found out that the Friday before last that the club has hired Gabriel Hines. And I did a quick little thoughts on the hire the day of when we hired him. JD, man, what's your take on Gabriel Hines, man?
I'm really excited. He comes from the same tutelage that Tata came from. So Tata, they're saying he was a little bit more conservative, especially in the second year. Tata was more conservative. First year they were attacking, then Tata realized, you know what, we're not going to win this way. Gabriel Hines plays the way he wants to play. He's like, we are going to attack. We're not going to possess the ball. The more we have the ball, the more we can do what we want with the ball. If they don't have the ball, then they don't have the ball. So he's that type of coach. I'm really excited for him because it feels like culture plays a lot into this decision, not just Gabriel Hines himself. Tata was more like a father figure, laid back, chill kind of dude, and the players connected with that. FDB was like this military guy, came in. Even the first video that the team put out was really weird. Like, he was in a classroom and the players were sitting there and he was walking back and forth like, we're going to be the, whatever he said, like sharks, and people are going to try to gun for us. It was super weird. Then you get Gabriel Hines to come back in. He's a more passionate coach. He's not that far from being a player. He played with Franco, who was on our team right now. Like, they played
like I think he played his last game like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, he was on the team with Franco Escobar, who is on our back line right now. Like, He knows the players. So I think the players will really gravitate towards him and really like him. I'm really excited. I remember what you said, Don, because you was talking about it being only 2 years and he'd been a young guy. I think that's what Atlanta United is just going to be. Like, they signed a coach for like 2 or 3 years and they're going to go to a bigger club overseas or, down in South America somewhere. And it looks like Atlanta United's okay with that. As long as you can get us a win and, whatever helps your status, as long as we get that win, we don't care. Then you go on and they get another player. They get another coach. I just think the front office has to do a better job of having that next guy in place or ready. And I think they rushed with Frank DeBoer because Tata was just, leaving.
Okay. All right. Now we talked about the Lopez acquisition. Adding him to the club, man. What's that going to give us, man?
Fast dude, I don't know where he's gonna fit. Because Lopez was supposed to come in during the season. They signed him, but they had to put him on the second team and they wanted to bring him up to the first team. It was really weird. MLS has weird rules about when you can bring somebody up. Then also there was COVID issues with bringing people up as quickly. Like, we used to be able to bring up Bello, like in our first couple of seasons when he was here, back and forth. Something was weird with Lopez. I don't get what that's about. But I don't know where he's going to play, because if you still have Barco, you have Martinez, you have Dam, you have Lennon, you got Marcelo in the middle. I don't know where he will be. I'm sure he'll make the field. I guess we just don't have a deep roster again, when Tito was here. But I don't know where he's going to play, but that's a good problem to have, the best players, because this past season, when the talent left, it really dropped off. Like, Joseph was gone, Tito was gone. We just looked slow, and Gallagher was the only consistent player because Barco wasn't performing.
We sold Pity.
Yeah, Pity left, but also, was Pity really producing? Not really. I like him, but I think Pity came in with a lot of expectations, and I think that really weighed on him, and he never got comfortable. And then a lot of people blame him, but Frank DeBoer wasn't really given that much instructions. Like, when Tata was here, you knew what to do. You're supposed to go here. That guy's supposed to go there. They knew what to do. Frank DeBoer, he wanted to allow his players to, use your talent to score and, come on, just communicate. So he didn't give clear instructions. So once Frank DeBoer got fired, then you have Stephen Glass, and I don't even know what his plan was. Like, when they were in the third near the goal, they just forgot how to play soccer completely. It frustrated me. I don't get what his plan was at all. So, gosh, he was annoying. But yeah, so the team's talent was really limiting. And even though people hated on John as a striker, it wasn't his fault. Like, he wasn't supposed to be the striker. Joseph Martinez is. John is a backup. Okay. People got confused with Tito. Like, you people understand that Tito was not supposed to be a backup. He got signed before Tata even got here. Tito's supposed to be a starter. We just got lucky, okay, that we had a Tito and a Joseph, and they were both on the same team. John's is the type of backup we have. Like, that's a normal type of backup, but it just didn't work out. But now we got a lot more talent, and I think this team might go all the way next season. I know it's crazy to think of that because you just signed a coach, but that's how MLS works. You could be at the bottom one year, top it next year.
People forget, we literally last year we was in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolutely. I don't understand why people forget that.
Yeah, and with COVID, you losing your best player on the team. Just a season was just you losing players from loans and all this other stuff. This is what happened. All right. Trey was good, but he said Lopez was on loan to ATL United too, which is why he wasn't eligible to be loaned to ATL United.
Yeah, they told him when they signed him, they said you're going to be on the first team, but I think they made it a little bit more difficult to bring people up this season, and I think they had to do with COVID issues because they wanted to bring them up, but they made it more stricter for them to move players back and forth from ATL to UTD2 up to the first team. Oh, also CONCACAF. We got into CONCACAF.
Yes.
Everybody in the league is hating us because Atlanta United got CONCACAF is because to get into CONCACAF, you have to win the Open Cup. We won it 2 seasons ago. They canceled it because of COVID. This current season, everyone's mad at us because they gave it back to us. So Gabriel Heinze, when he comes in, he's going to have CONCACAF games. The rest of the league is just going to hate. So it is what it is.
Yep. All right. Also, so okay, we covered that already. All right. Do you think we'll make any more moves this offseason?
Yes, it looks like we've been tied to a bunch of players, but I mean, it's literally silly season. And unlike the NFL, NBA, any American team, you're dealing with local news outlet. When it comes to Atlanta United, you're dealing with people around the world and a lot of reporters that don't have credibility, just make up stuff. And they're trying, and you got agents trying to boost their players, profitability. Like, oh, look, Atlanta United's interested in my player. You better sign them quick because they'll sign them. So it's a bunch of silly season right now, but I'm pretty sure we'll add to the back line. The middle is stacked. I don't see them adding any more people in the middle. And your forwards and all your attacking players are pretty stacked too. You might get some more wings because I like Lennon, but they might get a couple more players. But even though you have Dam and Lennon on the same side, I don't know if Bello will be here the whole season. I think he is more likely that he will, but I won't be surprised if he gets sold. I won't be surprised if Barco gets sold. So the team is going to have to replace those players. I wouldn't be surprised if Robinson got sold overseas. Like, they've been with the team for a while. They're making a name for themselves. They just might like go off in the middle of the season and we'll have to sign more players. But that's not a big deal because last season people don't, even though people were focused on Frank DeBoer and him getting fired, people don't pay attention. Like, we brought in Dam. Dam came in late. Marcelino came in late. Who else came in? There's about three or four of the players that came in during the season, which is the benefit of MLS. You can sign players and just keep it rolling. And I think you'll have a better coach this season, so things will move with more continuity than they have in the past.
Yeah, Trey just said Lopez was brought in as a part of the new Young DP initiative, but also with the eventual transfer of Barco in mind. He'll play across the front three and be the best coming off the left. Look for number 6 to come in within the next few weeks.
I partly agree with that only because I don't know if they're going to get much for Barco, man. Like, Barco, I like him. I think Tata knew what to do with him because Tata would bench him. And every time Frank DeBoer had him in. So his stock just kept going down. Plus, he can't stay healthy. I know the team wants to make a profit off of him when they eventually sell him, but dude just haven't been performing at all. So I don't know if the team's going to take that loss. I don't know if a random team like the one that took pity, like the Japanese team that took pity, is going to want Barco. But I don't know what his stock is right now. It's looking super low. So I don't know what the plans are for him.
I meant to bring this up, but I'm so happy that we brought back the lunatic friend, Mikey Ambrose.
Oh, love him.
Man, that man was a huge part of that championship team back in 2018.
He's definitely good depth that we definitely needed. And we definitely missed. Because we all know Lorenowitz won't be back. Like, he's too old. I will be surprised if like somebody like Remedi even starts. I think that he might be benched for a younger, faster player. I think it'll be a lot of team changes, maybe not a full overhaul, but throughout the season, people will get sold. We'll bring in more people, definitely. Absolutely.
All right. Now, let's see. Now, the season starts when?
For Atlanta United, I think it's in March, if I'm not mistaken.
All
I
right, will
think
they
the
allow?
MLS season starts in March.
All right, will they allow any fans back in the stadium?
Uh, MLS is a little. I was about to say better than the NFL, as in COVID rules. But since the Falcons did let in a limited amount of people, I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta United does the same thing. I'm pretty sure they're preparing for it. If they haven't already announced it, I'm sure they'll announce a limited amount of fans. Probably season ticket holders get a chance to come into the stadium. I know they implemented some sanitizing drones to go into the stadium to sanitize all the seats and do all this stuff in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'm sure they'll do the same thing, and we'll get a limited amount of fans to start the season off, which is better than last year because Atlanta United needs fans.
Exactly.
Like, they really need fans. When this team started, people do not realize how big fans were to this team. They cheered them on. It's the one thing that you have that you really don't have in a lot of other sports. When your team plays bad in a lot of other sports, you might get booed. Atlanta United fans just kept cheering, and that will boost up a team and help them win games that they necessarily didn't have any business winning, and also help them dominate against a smaller team. They really need fans back in the stands.
Yeah,
Honestly.
they do, and like I've said this before, man. I've been to the matches, and like you ain't sit down in no Atlanta United match. Sit down, or somebody behind you is gonna lift your behind up, and they gonna pick you up and make you chill. You know, so I agree, man. They need the fans. That's why I said that's another opponent. That's another part of us failing this season because we did not in the home games. We had nobody there. I promise you, if that thing was at least but 30,000. I know sometimes it don't be filled up 70,000. It be 33,000. You know when it closed the top bowl,
Mhm.
but 30,000 fans. That's still a huge crowd for MLS team.
That's like for a regular team.
Yeah,
That's the crazy part. Like, again, like you said, you've been to a game. If y'all are watching, you have not been to a game, and they allow people in the stands, go to a game. Like, I've been to every single sporting event in
go
Atlanta.
to the
Like,
tailgate. Make sure you hit
yes,
the tailgate up first.
tailgate too. You will be fed. You can go there hungry. You will be fed. You will get drinks. They will love you. Like, out of every team, I've been to Hawks, Braves, Falcons. I've been to the Thrashers when they were here. Nothing compares to Atlanta United. It's something about that stadium, that fans. They are hyped the whole game, and even after the game, you will be late for MARTA. Trust me. You will be standing in a crowd of people just cheering over and over and over again.
Oh, you ain't going home to probably like especially if the game is over by 8 p.m. So
Yeah, you're not making that first couple train trips because they stay packed. They stay
win,
packed, and you feel like a sardine going out of that stadium.
like win, lose or draw. It don't matter what the outcome is. All right. All right. Well, I guess that's all for the night. Appreciate you, JD, for coming on, man.
Thanks for
One more
having me.
time, man. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, man.
You can find me at JD_Alsobrook on every social media, like just mostly on Twitter, mostly talking about Atlanta sports or movies. That is my two loves. So if you hear about either one of those, follow me, talk to me. That'll be fun.
All right. Everybody who watching, appreciate you coming on. Everybody who watching this live, appreciate y'all. If y'all watching this at a later time, hit us up in the comment section. Let us know what you think about the show. King, man, what's going on King's Realm this week, man? I see you got a lot of things lined up.
Yeah, this week, we got to knock down the Hawks taking on the Knicks. Tuesday, I might be coming at y'all with a playoff thing for King's Realm. I might tell y'all about who I got in the playoffs for the NFL. Yo, I'm gonna hurt some feelings. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna hurt some feelings, and y'all gonna be mad at me. But those are the first two upcoming things in King's Realm. And that's pretty much it. Tomorrow, 9:30 tomorrow, because we got a special guest on tomorrow. We're gonna talk a little Hawks. I mean, a lot of Hawks and a little Falcons tomorrow. So make sure y'all there. Don.
But You want me there tomorrow?
No.
He was passing it off to you.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. All right, Trey, what's good, man? No, we didn't get third. We didn't get third overall pick. We got the fourth overall pick. Houston lost. Which means Miami is picking third because Houston traded their pick to Miami last year, and we're picking fourth. So, hey, I'm fine with that. I'm not one of these people that want to tank. So, hey, I'm good. Dunn's favor, pretty much. I'll probably still be talking about GMs searches this week. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. So y'all just be on the lookout for that. I may do a show tomorrow evening. It all depends on what goes on tomorrow evening if I'm busy or not. If I'm not busy, I'll probably drop a Black Friday. And I probably just start talking about all the coaches that lost their jobs in the NFL. I think that'd be a good topic to talk about. And this week we are planning on previewing the national championship game between Bama and Ohio State. Y'all already know who I want to see lose. Go Blue.
I meant to ask you about that, bro. How you feel about your coach getting the extension?
Man, at this point, man, all the teams just want to see me like die. Like I feel like that's what they want. They want me to just die from high blood pressure for getting frustrated over the fact that I'm not going to see a championship for some of these teams. God bless Atlanta United, but still, like I want more championships. But hey, it is what it is. But we'll probably
if Ohio wins, you about to go crazy, right?
Uh,
if Ohio wins, your whole Twitter just gonna be Fields.
Yeah, it is, man. And that's one of the things. That's why I said. I told him, y'all better hope he win, because if he don't, what y'all gonna say now? Y'all gonna say, "Oh man, we need to draft Mac Jones," because they're gonna flip it.
No, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he fell. He gonna fall in the draft. We can get him real late. Come on, y'all. It's gonna happen. You gonna sit there just like that, like, oh my gosh."
Look, man, arguing with some of these fans on social media, man, it kills my brain still sometimes. Just arguing. Man. At this point, I'd be like, look, y'all think that's why y'all work wherever y'all work at, and that's why y'all don't work in the Falcons front office. So, but hey,
don't worry, I'm with y'all. Fields fan, I'm gonna send you a Fields jersey. I'll send down a Fields jersey. It'll be perfect.
Only Fields you better send me some Mrs. Fields cookies. Yeah, I eat that, man. Wow. Oh man, it's red. It's red. It's the same Ohio State colors, man. Just take it out the pack.
Wow,
it's funny. I just had those right there too.
That's crazy.
Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, all right. But that's what we have locked up, you guys, this week. Hey, let's have a great week, you guys. It's the first full week of 2021. Let's hope nothing bad happens. If you're new to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with other non-sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always, come and holler at your hometown sports podcast.
And always remember to love yourself. Peace.
Exactly. All right. On that note, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good evening.